Did you know Islam was the one civilization that genuinely threatened Europe? And because of that, the West created a distorted image of Islam to justify colonizing it. In 1978, a Palestinian-American scholar named Edward Said wrote this book. And his argument was that Europe didn't just study the Middle East and the Islamic world, they invented a version of it, designed to make it easier to control. And what's crazy is we're still being fed the same propaganda to this day. Islam began in the 7th century, and within about 100 years, it spread fast. And it wasn't some totally foreign religion from the other side of the world. It believed in one God, honored Abraham, Moses, and Jesus as prophets. It had scriptures, laws, and a deep tradition of scholarship. In many ways, it looked like a cousin of Christianity that at the time was doing better. Muslim scholars led the world in math, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. That was the problem. You can't easily look down on a civilization that taught yours how to do math. Europe couldn't just ignore Islam or dismiss it as primitive. It was too similar, too serious, and too successful. So instead, Europe spent centuries trying to prove that Islam was wrong. That Islamic civilization was impressive on the surface, but rotten underneath. They separated the classical Islamic world, which was the golden age of scholarship and achievement, with the modern Muslims that were living at their time. Their message was, yes, the Islamic civilization was great once, but that greatness is now over. It let them sound generous about Islamic history while keeping the hate for modern Muslims. That's the message that got absorbed into Western scholarship, literature, policy, and eventually media. The terrorist, the oppressed woman waiting to be saved, the religion that produces violence as a natural output. They're the same images wearing new clothes that European writers were producing in the 18th and 19th centuries. Edward Said's argument was that this is what happens when the people being represented have no hand in their representation. The image that gets produced will always serve the people doing the representing. It will always be organized by their fear, their politics, their need to justify whatever power dynamic they have with the people they're depicting. And that's the thing that stays with me the most after reading this book.